What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. So we're just doing a little quick little modification on the Shelby GT500 behind me, but I haven't had it on the channel in a while, so I figured we'd go ahead and install this little guy right here. It's a third brake light, and then we'll go ahead and take it on a little drive and just, I don't know, cruise around, talk about some stuff, and see what's going on. So for those of you who follow specifically for the GT500, I do apologize we haven't had much content out on it. The big reason for that is, well, I don't know. Just kind of getting ready to move soon, and later this year I do anticipate to have quite a few more drag strip runs and a couple other things going on, some track days. We'll see what happens, but for right now, just kind of standing by on the GT500. I've been focusing on the truck because that's kind of my primary car in terms of getting around on the daily, and I'm going to be using it pretty soon here to be doing some towing. So that's kind of where the focus has been. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started on this little install real quick. So for those of you not aware, this is my 2007 GT500. I would consider it mildly built. It's got a built rear end, drivetrain, a few upgrades here and there, stock block with a VMP Gen 2, and sporting upgrades making about 700 wheel. So not doing anything race related today. We are just going to be installing a LED third brake light. I went ahead and got these taillights. These are the, I believe they're the Vector taillights off American Muscle. There's a bunch of spots available now with them on Amazon and a bunch of other places. And I really like the way the taillights look. And the third brake light didn't used to look this bad. It was basically just a little sticker piece of tint, kind of like what's on the side here. Maybe you'll be able to tell or not. And when the hurricane came through earlier last year, it freaking destroyed it. I tried to retint it, take it off and put a new piece on. Obviously you can see how that turned out. So I went ahead and picked up off Amazon just a little third brake light like that. I figured this will look way better than that and kind of match the rest of the lights on the back end. So let's go ahead and pop this guy out and pop it in. All right, so we're just gonna pop the trunk, get this guy up, and the way to get this thing out, it's not too bad. Let's see now. I did this once before, but it's been a minute. Pretty much just gonna pop this down like that. Same thing on this side. There we go. And you're gonna feed your little cable in like so. I'm just gonna let that dangle there for now. And there's our third brake light right there. So this should be, let's see if I can find it. Where the heck is this thing? Oh, there it is. Well, let's see, I gotta feel around. There should be, yeah, there's some clips. So I'll show you when I pop this thing out. There we go, one there. And just gotta pinch and pop it out. One here, and as you can see, it pops out like so. Go ahead and unplug it first. Should have done that first. Clip you can depress and pull out. So yeah, this is all it is. And I'm just gonna rip this off at this point, doesn't really matter. Yeah, just a factory third brake light, nothing crazy. But yeah, these are the two clips right here. And you just gotta push up on these two and it'll pop out like mine just did. So let's go ahead and get our new one. Let's go ahead and pop that in place. Same deal, just make sure this came out. So it's gonna go in like that. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm gonna take this off, stick it up and in. There we go, nice and in place. Oop. Over here. Okay. There we go. Okay, now she's in. Looking a little funky. Take our guy right here, plug that in. And then all we got to do is stick this back up in place. Super simple. Line up our two little guys right there. And right there. Oop. There you have it. So, easy day, nothing crazy. Let's close it up and see how it looks. Keeps raining on and off, so I'm not in the mood to wash it right now. It's kind of why it looks a little dirty, but it is what it is. I'll leave that there for now. And there you have it. Looks pretty clean. We'll see. I don't think it's going to go off with the unlock button or anything. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to actually push the brake button. So, yeah, there she is. Pretty clean in my opinion. Let's see if I can get it to turn on. Get you guys a cold start, and maybe we'll see it light up then. I don't know. want to bring up the, it's been going around a lot, the RPM Act. There is an issue with the EPA coming down on basically car enthusiasts in general. Now, I understand where they're coming from. You see, well, it's kicked off a lot with trucks and people rolling coal everywhere. It's kind of hard to hide that. And then it has basically washed over into the car community as well, where people are doing off-road stuff for on-road use, and it's causing some issues with them. However, where I disagree and where we need to step in is they're trying to basically come in and basically say you can't use any vehicle with a VIN number as a race car. Now, what that would do would pretty much mean you can't convert regular street cars to race cars, which would pretty much eliminate the whole point. Like, every modification for the most part, especially with these vehicles, has something to do with going into basically going towards race car mode, right? Like, we enjoy tracking our vehicles, taking some back roads. That's less important though. It's mostly about what I do, being able to take the car, throw on a drag pack, take it to the track and go. I mean, I can still do that with a stock vehicle, but where the issues come into play is they're going after tuners. So, going after tuners, tuning devices, and just about every modification that matters when it comes time to actually do it, a supercharger upgrade, headers, freaking, I don't know what else, intakes, I mean, just about everything, just straight up stock for stock, you want to make a little more power, you need to get your car tuned. So if they start taking away tuners, that's going to severely limit what you're able to do with your car. And the RPM Act is basically trying to protect the ability for people to do that, convert from one way over to the other. However, where it kind of comes into a problem is it's still, the RPM Act is a good start, but it still doesn't really protect that much, because it's basically saying, well, you can get a dedicated race car, and like, I don't know, where I'm kind of running into issues with it is, like, I can foresee it causing problems in terms of this stuff in general. Not a fan. Sorry guys, got a little distracted. I had to do a pull. It's been a long time since I did a pull on this thing. Freaking weather is beautiful out. We had to get going. But yeah, go ahead and check out the RPM Act down below, and then the first link in the description will kind of go into it. I'm just trying to bring it up because it's something that's kind of a problem. So, not the act, but what the EPA is trying to do about it. Basically take away tuners, long story short. So the first link down there is going to be kind of what they're doing, and any follow-up links, or the second link will be SEMA's basically response to it, which is trying to get the RPM Act signed with a bunch of signatures and get it pushed through. So that's pretty much all I have on that. Other than that, car is doing great. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Like I said earlier in the video, later this year I have a lot of opportunities coming up to go ahead and to get this car back out to the track. I think my goal right now is to just get a nice solid 10-second pass in. I've been kicking my butt last year, was trying to get it, and I really didn't get as many opportunities as I would have liked. But I think we're on the right path with suspension and everything, so that's kind of where we're going. Really want to get a good 10-second pass in here and just kind of enjoy streeting and cruising the car. I think it'd also be pretty sick to get some autocross in. Maybe not autocross, but like just some track days or something where it's more of a kind of taking some curves to see what happens. So that's kind of the car update. Nothing crazy going on. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content with the truck. It's definitely come a long way, and I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, it's been the focus because I need that thing to actually do things pretty soon here. So it is what it is. But went ahead and just popped in that third brake light just to kind of chill out about it. And I don't know, it was an eyesore whenever I looked at the back end. As you can see, that was pretty ripply and gross looking. So I don't know if you're able to see it light up or not with the when I hit the brakes after the cold start. The sun's kind of a turd right now, and I'm really not that dedicated. It's a LED brake light. Like, I really don't care that much. So anyway, I hope all you guys are doing good. I do have a couple of maintenance things that I need to be doing on the GT500 pretty soon here. Doing spark plugs, oil change, and, well, actually that's really about it. Nothing else has really risen to the surface. Something else with the RPM Act, though, and the issue with the EPA that are trying to fight. Even cars that are, I think I guess the issue that I have with it is how black and white they're trying to be. For instance, we got E85 cars that seem to check out, according to Lund anyway, better emissions than catted freaking gas cars. So that seems a little weird. I think there's a lot of ways that they could go about it to make it still do what they want it to do, but also leave room for you to be able to do stuff. I don't know if it's a dedicated track car, maybe, like not dedicated, but you can still license it and drive it on the street if you're under a certain amount of mileage a year, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not one for people imposing on vehicle privileges, but when it comes down to like straight, nope, no more race car stuff, I kind of take that a little personal. I don't like that. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and check it out down below, the link in the description. This is kind of an important one. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, the car's been doing good. Just kind of daily driving it around. I'm actually coming back from getting groceries. I mean, it's just a good daily driver. Good old 2007 GT500, just kind of hanging in there. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think down below. What are your thoughts on the act? And I mean, it definitely sucks. I also do enjoy my firearms. It's kind of the same general deal, you know, firearms and now car stuff. So one thing I do want to point out that is kind of funny in my opinion is we do have the 99% of the pictures that are used on the EPA site or any kind of article describing the big evils of modifying trucks and cars. Without a doubt, they always show the second gen Cummins, which is the truck I have. And I think that's hilarious because that was the first year, well, not first year, but that truck literally came factory with no emissions. It had a muffler and a resonator, and that was it. Because the computer that had been put on that thing had gotten the electronic fueling down to a good enough point where it wasn't throwing soot everywhere, and it was considered emissions friendly. So there's no emissions on that truck by default. So even if they put in all the acts and everything, the second you put on bigger injectors, you're rolling coal, and it's like, it's just stupid. Like they need to like figure out exactly what they want and maybe set it as a more, if you're on-road vehicle, if you're towing like mileage, maybe set up some kind of a I don't know, set up something with inspections, which they already have. I mean, you have to pass missions. I've passed missions. It's just ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Like, don't go after race car stuff. Like, it's just stupid. Such a small minority of cars. Go after freaking military vehicles if you're going to go after anything. Those suckers run straight pipe. And I wonder why. Because emission stuff breaks down and you want more power out of these 1980s Humvees. So, it's dumb. If the government can't abide by their own rules, stop imposing them on the citizens. Is basically what I have to say. So, anyway, that was my little rant on the EPA stuff. And like I said, nothing crazy on the car right now. Got a little pull in just to kind of enjoy it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, gonna be doing a bunch more truck stuff. After we move, we'll be able to get into doing some more car stuff. So hopefully come May, I'll be able to get back out to the track and really see what this thing can do with some properly adjusted suspension. Maybe we'll pulley it down. I don't know yet, but I think it's gonna be a good year. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.